Well, I wasn't ready.
Oh, hi everyone. I hope this works.
It's not funny anymore.
We have a new camera. I really hope this does not end terribly. So I hope that everything's good. Everybody looks beautiful. There's a Cinnabon. Hi everybody, welcome to the Mighty Conquerors of Arthurian Tales. This is a 5th edition game.
We missed your face.
I know, it's been like 2 weeks. It's based in Legends of Old. So we're a little bit late. So let's really quickly, all the links to our friends and all the art that we do is down below. Please subscribe to all our YouTube channels, our social medias. Go read the Alistair comic. Go read Dickie's book, Survivors of the Mutant Dawn. Go buy our merch. I have none. Wait, I have a sticker.
There's
no,
there's
Trent
merch.
is the designated merch man today.
Wait, turn the other one.
It's only got one logo.
Buy this black mug, please, and thank you. And Patreon. There's 2 Patreons down below. Please go support both of them because they're really cool.
Please be kind. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, and subscribe it.
And
okay.
Walmart sponsor us. Send
Walmart.
us water.
Pay your workers. So,
or send us water. One of the 2.
Collections. Hey, I'm Jesus. I'll be y'all's DM. That is a beautiful wolf. Hey, who are you playing?
I don't remember.
Fuck.
It does change.
Yeah, well, frequently. Tenau Gaunt. I am an Aasimar monk, and I am far less fun than my real life self.
Okay.
I'm playing Carver, a Hexblood Warlock who is about to be undead.
And that is Trent.
That is Trent. Hey Ryan, who you
Prove it.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'll be playing Crosshatch, a Warforged Warlock that really doesn't like owls.
That makes sense.
Okay, fair.
Jeremiah, who you playing?
Jeremiah, Saerus, Fighter, Genasi, next.
Okay.
We're speedrunning intros!
Let's do it.
We're saving a few frames on Jeremiah!
Hi, I'm Lee. I'm playing Everlee, and I am a Nature Domain Cleric, and I'm an Aasimar, whatever.
Hey.
Also, yeah.
Cool.
There are no campfires present for that Aasimar.
Aasimar.
What a bunch. Hey, who you playing?
Hey guys, I'm Jess. I play Lena. She is a wood elf cleric of Nature Domain. Live long and prosper, but not that of long life and flourish.
Good news, we hit our donation goal for Save the Frames, Kill the Animals.
Let's roll that beautiful bean.
Woo-hoo!
Let's not get into that.
My God.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
fine.
Hey, so welcome back. As we don't know how to adjust cameras in this world.
It's fine. It's all good.
I think we play in another one.
2 in another one.
That
2 recap. Our adventuring group, Top, teleported to a crumbled and abandoned and moved castle. Faced some snow golems, ooze and traps.
We have we have an ironic name considering all of us are bottoms.
You guys entered the lair of the Frostmaiden. Wolf gets extra XP tonight.
Just give him an inspiration point. I'm kidding.
So, Aurora, the Frostmaiden, this goddess of winter, the goddess of cold, views you all as entertainment and food. She's aligned with these witches that are related to Carver, telling Lena and Everlee that they have paid attention to the wrong side of her. That if they just align with her, they can become much stronger and align themselves with this Nightwalker, as she's aligned with this Nightwalker as well. She's also asked the party to sacrifice themselves. One of y'all. And she will let the others go. But what does this all mean? What if she has ties to this Nightwalker? What does this have to do with the Shadowfell, with Merlin's lack of ability to do something about this? I don't know. But we're gonna fight Mama here, or Tatsu Mama. We'll see what you guys want to do. As I desperately try to get the music correctly said. Yes.
What is the nutritional content of a crosshatch?
It's aligned with heavy metals.
Wait, do you still have the? No, you don't have the jellyfish in you anymore. Low.
Yeah, no, I had Merlin pull it out.
So.
Yeah, that's why I had to pee on his hand.
2% calcium, 98% iron.
Oh, he's got wood.
Since
Yeah,
you weren't
I've
here
got
last
wood.
game, I'm going to open the floor with Zhu. Is there anything that you want to say
Yep.
at the top of this initiative round?
Yes, I do.
What? But I'm not top of the initiative.
I
Nope.
You're the bottom right now.
Nope, you're not.
You're a bottom right now.
I used my inspiration point I just got to say I am a top.
All right, there we go.
Too bad.
What's up, Lena?
So I'm literally just talking right
Yes,
now.
yes.
Okay. No moving, no nothing. That's fine. I'm gonna say, and I've been thinking about this.
No, you weren't.
What was the last line the Frostmaiden said before we cut to end of session 2 weeks ago? Or Cliff Notes. What was the thing we ended on with her saying? Do you remember? Because if you don't, it's no problem. But I was just.
To sum it up, it was that she wants to let this Everwinter go. This will please and somehow relates to the Nightwalker. You guys spoke about Merlin, which he did not like.
Yeah, I brought him up.
She does not know if Carver is lying or not, but if he is lying, she's gonna eat him, and if Carver's telling the truth, he's gonna eat the witches. Also, you guys are following the wrong path. You should bow down to her as your god, because she is your god.
Yep. And then she asked me to pick.
Yes.
Sorry, Lena, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're
I
good.
needed the reminder.
So, what's
That's
up,
fine.
Lena?
In response to all of that, Lena will bow her head in respect. Not bow down, but bow her head and say, "O wise one, you truly are something to behold and worship.
I have a reaction that would go in tandem to that in particular, if that's okay.
Would you be interrupting her as she speaks?
It would actually be following it.
Okay.
So as you bow your head, I'm going to do the same. Drop my held action, and after you finish speaking, I'm just going to pull the leather to the side and show the sigil with my head still bowed.
Okay.
I would say, I know not of who has deceived you, but we are not here for that purpose. We are here for knowledge. We don't mean to cause you worry or make you uneasy in any way. We are only here to learn what you will teach us. Yeah.
Okay. As you bow down and show your plate, this large owled creature, she kind of grabs onto her robes. You see this blue thin robe with these light white border at the bottom of almost snowflakes. Looks towards everyone. Pick who you will kill. If you truly want to bow to this goddess, choose to sacrifice.
And she's looking at me.
She's looking at you, telling you to kill somebody.
Wow, y'all have a great guy.
I'm waiting for the Cain and Abel.
Do not
baby torch.
think yourselves a threat. You are merely a morsel, an entertainment. You will change nothing. Your outcomes will be nothing. And she kind of sits down at her throat.
Okay, Mom.
Yes.
Was that a legendary action?
No.
I've been threatened.
If she's going to move through, unless anyone wants to do anything about it. There'll be an A up by you, and technically Lena as well.
I think that's...
Oh, sorry. Yes, I don't know why.
It's fine, it's okay.
I think you have red hair for some reason. Every time I look at the mini. Anything that you guys want to do as she's walking by. If not, then we're going to start at the top of initiative and we're going to move our way down. Okay. Tenau, is there anything that you're going to do?
Everwinter. I think I'd prefer a Neverwinter. Am I right?
Alright. That extra XP we're taking away.
I was gonna move up to here.
Jess, can you remove
God.
the flag?
Yep.
And,
Okay. And you can use reactions at the end of your turn. Okay.
I don't serve the wizard they spoke of. I work for another.
You see a feathered eyebrow raise.
Minor illusion.
Okay.
The sigil.
I would like everyone to roll me a history check, please.
Even me?
No, you know what your sigil is. Sorry.
Oh, that's a natural 20. So,
As
20.
this completely caved-in ice dome with these stalagmites that are pulling out a what looks to be a chest at the end of the hall, a mirror that's slightly covered. We'll just go around. So what did you get?
13.
Okay.
I failed.
All right then.
It's an 8.
Natural 20, so 20.
Okay.
Plus
9.
9.
19.
Okay. Could you describe this sigil, please? You can make it up if you want.
Cool. He's the only one I would have expected to recognize.
We'll have half the information and then some of the information, but not all of it.
I would have been surprised if he didn't recognize.
The dice faded.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Continue.
So, I'm a shield crest, I'm assuming,
Okay.
right? Because it'd be her family
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
symbol. So, initials, starry field, since that's typical of royalty.
Mm-hmm.
Looks extremely similar to Arthur's symbol, just slightly off, a little darker in color.
I have one question.
So Hyrule
Whispers.
High roll?
Whispers. Highly.
The high
You said the sun wasn't.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I might have to redo that and it'll be a yes. So will that
Okay.
change your?
No, I think I like this better. It
Okay.
fits better with the revolt and all that.
So you see a crest of what looks to be a very powerful Fey entity. You don't know exactly whom that is, but you know you've seen it before in your, I would say, kingdom that has been kind of whittled down as the king and queen kind of collect all the history. So at an older time, this would have been something cool. You recognize this name. You recognize who it is, but not really the significance of it.
What name?
I will.
Secret messages. It's so secret, we don't know.
As this is happening,
I know
speaking
what
of
it's
secret
like.
messages, can you pass this down?
Yeah.
I'm a dumb scarecrow.
Everlee and Lena and Tenau, you all see towards the end where this chest is, this tube,
That was a big
it
sign.
just slightly moves.
It moves.
It moves.
Big sign.
Okay.
As a gust of wind moves through Carver, as it pushes you, as you kind of moves your face almost to look towards the mirror.
Where's the mirror?
The mirror would be
There.
on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
As remember, there is a tarp over the mirror. It almost looks, and you're the only one that sees this at the moment, that something grabbed the tarp and moved it up. And as you see inside from the corner, you look at an image that goes infinite. I need you to roll a perception.
Okay.
That's where they're keeping the fucking potatoes.
Infinite.
15.
15. Okay, so you'll see quite a bit. Before the mirror starts rippling and going into this like infinite slight view, what you see is this cauldron, and it kind of looks like an elderly woman. It's lifting up something, looks towards your direction, and looks behind. As there's two other women, one with some sort of wings that kind of floats down and the wings disappear as they're throwing what looks to be items inside this cauldron as it just turns green. But everyone else would just see is a slight green glowing from behind Everlee, just because you're kind of quizzically within the mirror. As the third one, the one that is looking at you, you recognize her very familiarly. As she kind of lets go of something. She's holding nothing in her hand, but you see the veil of that cloth kind of move over the mirror and obscure. As everyone just sees a flash of green for a second. And a secret message that you will...
There's going to be a lot of those tonight.
Yeah, a little bit actually.
Some Amogus stuff.
I can't
This
hear
is
nothing.
such a pleasant.
Blah, blah, blah,
They
blah,
are
Nothing bad's
talking.
gonna
Do
happen.
not hear nothing. What's up, everybody out there?
What is spoiled? This is
We
surprise.
have a fun night ahead of us.
Blah, blah,
There's
blah.
so many more.
messages?
We're
Excuse me.
all
My
going to learn
goodness.
There's
something.
a lot of information to go around.
There's so much information we have.
Blah, blah,
What?
blah, blah, blah.
Heck! I want whispers.
Blah, 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 blah.
I just want this thing to react to what I do.
It should have
Can I
already
borrow the
issued.
pencil? Thank you.
I'm so upset. I did a cool thing. He's gonna be suspicious of me now.
Pencil.
Are you gonna ask her to drop your tormented so
Oh, I just realized I can't hear him for shit anyway.
Yeah, you're deaf.
Woo! Degenerative hearing loss.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm at Mercer this. I don't like it. I like it.
I mean, our room's a little more cramped.
Yeah.
You could say this tavern doesn't quite have the seating capacity.
So, with that being said, as that happens simultaneously, from the gust and from the veil being released and shown.
Okay.
Does anyone have a reaction?
I'm gonna wait until my turn in initiative. I already used my reaction.
Am I within touch of Lena?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so I would reach over and I would grab your hand. And I think I had originally, when I was first talking to the goddess, had, been respectful and bowing when she said, pick whatever, and I said, if this is what has to happen, it's an honor to serve you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, still being respectful, still bowing, but just grab Lena's hand, just kind of try to speak without speaking.
Sure.
Yep.
Be united.
Yeah.
The old innuendo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she didn't react to my thing?
One more time, I'm sorry.
She didn't react to my thing?
Yes, she will. As the emblem of this entity brightens up, she kind of relaxes and sits in this vine and thorned chair. As you guys all hear the as like a literal ton of weight kind of moves throughout the branches, and as the kind of the chair expands a little bit. Interesting. What would be your purpose here then?
I was merely accompanying them on a journey. I've not seen much of these lands.
Turns to the rest of you. Who else here allies themselves with the Dark One?
I don't have a reaction.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's more than 10 feet away from me.
Oh God.
Oh no!
Sure, what's up?
Which means she won't potentially be feared if I do my thing.
What are we doing?
Oh
She's doing.
I'll do it.
I show my divinity.
That's... Are you saying my skeletal wings or...
Yes,
okay.
the wings and eyes and all.
I'm from the land of your kin.
Comforting. Yeah, she kind of steps up and starts moving to the side. I won't actually move the minis because of space. I wonder if you're a traitor or if you brought a delicious morsel to me. Looks towards both of you. I am starting to get bored. Pick who you're going to kill if you're trying to serve and learn from me. Pick who you're going to kill. Just because.
Freaking neutral.
And she kind of just sits down. You see this slight fog start billowing underneath her feet. What do we do, guys?
Is it my turn
You can do things out of turn for right now until we're like in actual combat.
Oh.
now? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Because
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's like whatever you guys. We can do things out of turn right
Okay,
now.
well this still fits then.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and then I'll do my thing?
I was gonna walk forward.
Mm-hmm.
towards her, like on the. How do I work this?
Oh Jesus! Check your Discord because that was my intention.
Saerus will say, I hope you think about it. They are after your power for their own personal gain. But if you must choose a sacrifice, and he'll remove his helmet and drop it on the ground and go boom.
Okay.
You know, it's like 500 pounds.
She
and
will.
he will just. You're looking for a warm meat.
While he's doing this,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna back up 5 feet.
Okay. As you do this, she will extend her talons as you see it kind of cuts through the ice stone underneath.
Jeez.
You're willing to do this for your friends.
My friends.
Then your meat is spoiled of one of a coward. Fight. Do not let it go to waste.
And then I will draw my sword and put it point.
What's up, Carver?
Assuming that I am obscured by the crystal in between me and the owl.
I would say that you will have half cover for sure. She is like a little bit
Is
taller.
my back exposed to her?
No, it's not.
Behind my back,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna point my finger, and I'm going to message Saerus what I heard in my head.
Wow.
All right. Let's.
Because what I was actually gonna do instead of draw my sword, I will draw my sword.
Uh-oh.
Wrong sword. No.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Wrong. He just draws a beater and what are you looking for?
Paper.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
I will say. Cross. What is your passive perception?
Red.
My passive perception is currently 13.
You have no idea what Carver is saying, but he just moves his hand towards his back. You will see
Uh-huh.
that, and he just starts speaking, but you can't hear any of it.
Okay.
I'm going to send you something on Discord.
Darn.
What I'm drawing
Can you
is
send it to me, Joe?
basically I'm not taking my sword out. You'll actually see the black flames in my hand. That's what
Okay,
I'm-
so
that's
black
what I'm
flames are in your
drawing.
hand at the moment. All right.
That's what I'm drawing. I'm about to say the words
Okay.
to summon him.
Any read, or do you want to just say what you're doing?
Yeah, I'll just say what
Okay.
I'm doing.
Oh, I guess
Um,
Discord.
Everybody's being so sneaky.
Wait, was there?
Yeah.
it's
Was
like
there
we're
something
suddenly
that you
just
should read?
not top. We're not the toppest.
We're a bunch of bottoms.
Yeah, apparently.
Seeing
is
a
this
lot
for-
of stuff going on and
Yes,
seeing
that's
Al
what- that's
become
what was
very,
said.
very hostile, I am pulling out my book, and y'all gonna hear it because I'm not doing any subtlety whatsoever, and it's attached by chain to my waist. But pull book out, reach back into back, pull out quill and ink, kind of fumble with it but get it, and then going to write it. The first thing I said. On Discord,
Yeah.
in the quotes, and then I'm going to rip the page out and just onto the ground, like instinctively, like I think that's going to work. I have no idea.
Can I reply to
Roll me religion.
Oh no!
message is replyable, I believe.
It's supposed to be.
Do I know which stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Secret
I'm
messages.
getting a sticky.
Oh my god.
This is secret
Is
message
this the title
session.
of the episode? Secret message.
Secret
Message
messages.
I'm about to grab a sticky note just to write it and hand it to Jesus.
From.
I suddenly regard this person very differently. Because on realizing that, I'm going to write another thing.
Okay. Yes.
And this time when I rip the page out, I'm just completely ignoring the gravitas of the situation. You're bearing a blade at this owl, and all of a sudden you just see a metal Hulk just walk over to you and pass you a note. And I am going to...
Hopefully your handwriting's better than your
I
drawings.
mean,
I'm quite fluent. I just can't
how
speak it.
how long is this going on?
Also,
Because
it's
my
a
Cat
blade
or is
is
it an
curved.
owl? It's an owl.
Because at the moment I said
I don't think
that
that's
the
bad.
black flames are out.
Yeah.
He hasn't really said the words to draw the sword out yet.
Yeah, so you hear the message, you respond to it back, and then you're looking as the blade is about to come out. So, what do you do? What do you say? Unless anyone's going to interrupt this exact second as Saerus is... What do you do, Saerus?
Ah, goddamn. Okay, fine. I'll say the words. Sort of nightmare and sort of fright. Help me in this fight.
Black blade gets summoned from your hand and explodes. You're more interesting than I thought. Kind of tilts and says,
The flames just.
do you know who you serve? She steps forward.
I'm gonna be nodding enthusiastically. Yes. Yes, he does.
Okay. If...
Point at your sigil again.
I'm just
Yes.
the thing. I'm pointing at the thing, and then him.
Is it Julie?
And bear in
not
mind,
the
I'm
thing?
pointing the note that I've written for you at you.
I'm going to.
Did you give it the face?
I will say that I'm gonna wait for you to
Go
grab
ahead.
this message, and then, well, since Cross and Cyrus, you guys are right next to each other, this is going to now be actual initiative order because she definitely wants to fight, and you've piqued your curiosity so much right now. You pick your curiosity, and she's very interested in what you're going to do, and really hopes you kill somebody.
So
So Tenau, what do we do?
I'm
Yes.
like just holding this note at you while staring
how
with
tall
the book.
is she?
She, I don't remember, so 9 feet tall, we'll say. She's like at the border of not being large
No,
enough.
I'm not being that obnoxious. I promise.
Would you say this is an
That's what
accurate
I
distance away from each person that she is?
That's where she at,
Okay, cool.
I hope
And
you
she's
realize
focused
that
on him
that's
right
me
now?
as
She is
my
looking
entire
directly at
life.
Cyrus, yes.
Okay. He's gonna do
I was like
a hand.
my patrons
Mhm.
are fucking weird.
Oh, you
I
are
have
no
idea
longer...
why.
with that.
Don't know.
He's gonna whisper a word and darkness right here.
Darkness is a 20 foot.
20, yeah.
Okay.
So much to figure out. I don't know
There's
where
so
we
much
are.
things going on.
Where are we in initiative right now?
Hey, y'all are over here trying to hide shit. I just walked over and
We're starting at Tenau,
Yeah,
right?
Tenau.
Yeah.
Is Ooh a thing over here?
Ooh is layers.
Yeah.
That's the
Ooh is
layer,
layer,
and that's
Okay.
the howl.
yeah. So
As a bubble, like just pure black, goes right through.
Wow.
thank you, Owen Wilson.
Wow.
It's the best
Okay.
response to everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what's that?
That was almost balanced.
I know.
I don't think it's
Just
gonna
like
be
this
balanced.
fight, right?
Oh,
Hey!
I don't think it was balanced.
As long as she doesn't move.
That's
It's
how it's gonna be
fine.
balanced.
Layer, and then,
I want to see if...
and then you and me.
It might have a letter.
Patron bird.
Like,
Maybe.
So that's
I
my
still
action.
Don't technically know what my patron.
And then
Okay, alright.
I should know I have.
Yes, please.
Because apparently you saw something.
You can see through this,
That's
right?
what-
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm curious.
Okay.
Almost there.
This sidebar.
As you do, you see her head move towards yours, and now that anyone can see, her eyes turn white. I'm sorry, she does have true sight.
That's fine.
Heck.
So, you can see in normal and magical darkness, and other things, but I won't say that. So, you're like, she's following you. You know she's following you. She can definitely see where this is going. And then turns her head towards Cyrus. Okay.
Okay. Then I will. She can still see you.
Alrighty.
it's good to know.
I was gonna use
Let's...
my reaction, but I was like, how?
You want to use your reaction?
Can
No,
you
no, no.
move Crosshatch's mini next to Saerus?
It's like, I know I said I choose
Because that's where I.
myself as tribute, but I still want to survive.
Well, then you shouldn't have volunteered to
Yeah.
trip that
I
phrase.
volunteered.
One target within range. Yeah, let's go with Tenau. She's just going to raise her hands, a layer effect, And let's see if this hits. She's going to raise a spike underneath you.
Oh. Jokes on you.
Fights with
17.
the room?
Oh no, 17 doesn't hit.
Alright, as spike this, as you're looking and you feel your foot kind of move up and instinctively just tilt into a different position as a spike grows up right next to you. But misses.
You think it's as low as a 17? You think I'm one of those plebs who wears armor?
Alright.
Well, I wear armor.
Let's just go simple. Let's do claw attacks. Alright.
Yeah, does a 31 hit?
Her claws are not as deadly as her orbs.
Right.
Okay. So 2 simple claw attacks. Dirty 20.
Reaction shield.
So 20 does not hit? Okay. 22.
No.
Alright. As she tries to claw through, and as the shield kind of goes up, and she just, I'll say that for the purpose of this, she kind of just slices at the bear, and the bear just explodes. But you do not get hit.
Does a 31 hit?
Did you say a bear?
Barrier.
Barrier. I thought you said the bear. I was
A
like,
bear
what, did we summon
appears
a
in
bear?
front
Oh, a
Yes.
bear appeared. That's what. That's
She
my.
wrestled
we're
it
talking.
at
That's
one
my reaction
time.
shield.
I mean, I've been wanting to fight a bear this whole time.
Hey,
so.
hey,
When
you
I said
might
reaction
get your.
shield, he goes.
might
"Arr!"
Okay.
If I want to relieve
Cross.
myself from bear.
What do we do, Cross?
What?
It's your turn.
Your turn.
I know, but Trent was also saying something, and I don't know
Can
which
I speak before he takes
You
it?
can
As
take
a
your reaction
reaction?
to speak? Yeah, of course. That is a
Okay.
mouse roll, by the way.
I'm gonna say, Cross, they're watching destroy the mirror.
I have so many conflicting paths I need to go, and I need to take all of them at once.
Oh my god. Just take a magnet and stick it to him.
We go
and then
into
we'll break
battle
the
map,
mirror.
Jess, whenever we get a chance. Battle
Uh,
map, whenever we get a chance. Thank you.
on hearing that, and because Carver is my lovely tooth donor, I am going to take his words into account.
Yeah, you had a chance to fight a bear already in this campaign. And then bird stopped.
How far am I from the mirror presently,
Because-
being next to Saerus?
Got a bear.
5, 10, 15.
I'm going to move 5 feet closer to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're occupying the
Oh, I
same
wish
square
bears-
as...
Preferably
I wish
avoiding
bears
AOP
sounded like
range
that.
of things. I have 30 feet of movement. I don't mind.
You can move right next to the square by moving through Lena's square.
Yeah, I just want to be out of AOP
Yeah.
range of this thing.
I assume you're bringing your torch with you, but there's so many things there, so...
Just like,
Or you can drop your torch.
Yeah, I dropped the torch when I started writing.
Okay, cool. Torch is on the ground, but you still have illumination, so
Yeah.
that's good.
I'm firing poison spray point blank.
how long would the torch stay burning, dropping on
Actually,
the
no, not
snow?
poison spray.
I'll say 30 minutes.
Okay.
Reduce the
Poison
time.
spray is poison. I don't know. I want something a little more. Yeah, no, we're going with good old E-Blast.
E-Blast.
Yeah.
Alright,
Wait.
roll me to hit.
Yay!
Light, you touch something and it lights up?
You said destroy the
When
mirror,
Cross
and
goes
I'm
to
a
move
simple
past
boy.
me,
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna light. 'Cause I saw that he dropped the torch.
Oh.
You made him a lighty.
Dirty
cross.
20.
Sure, would you have...
Wait,
Use an action?
Light's the reaction, right?
Yeah, for the
If light's a reaction, then yes.
Aasimar.
Oh, if it's a reaction because of your racial
Yeah.
ability, then yeah. As he touches you,
Me?
yeah,
You are the light source.
you
now.
are now a
Oh
torch.
heck, I'm a walking lantern that fires evil. I'm a walking
Yeah.
ballista.
What did you get to hit?
Dirty 20
Dirty 20.
on the mirror.
Roll me damage.
Cool.
That's
The,
it.
the mirror does have a threshold.
Well, it's still 1d10 plus 4 currently.
He's shining.
It is better than that.
Oh, no. You're doing E-Blast.
Correct.
Cyrus, you
For
are
some reason I was like,
Good
wait,
old
I thought-
force damage. 8 points force damage.
8 total?
Uh-huh.
Okay, as your hand goes through and it hits the mirror, you see that the blast of energy goes through your hand, sorry. As it hits the mirror, you see that it's actually resisting for a couple of seconds before you get a cracking underneath, but the mirror still stands.
Okay.
And I'll say that you, Everlee, Lena, will hear a couple of yells, like a woman's voice.
Okay.
I do have words to say off the back
Yes.
of that.
What
I just
up?
have to find them. You can, I can't see. You can come back to me.
Alright, Cyrus.
Because of what? Was your words to Crosshatch out loud, or was it just to like a secret?
I think it was out loud.
Okay, I can bumblebee this. I'm just going to turn, look directly at Owl Thing after I just attacked its mirror, and say, "The Lady of the Fields has chosen more nightmares for him."
Oh!
And as I look at you, Saerus, the far eye that isn't facing her is just gonna wink. It's just gonna look like it just, like, the light flickered off and then back on. Like, that's the closest I can get to a wink.
That's pretty
It's time to change his
exciting.
batteries.
Alright.
I mean, I don't have eyelids.
So normally you don't have to say it. You have to say it, otherwise we don't know.
Well, yeah, I know.
Wink.
I got this. You want like this?
With
That's
legendary.
It's actually really accurate.
With the legendary action, she is going to make one of her talent attacks.
okay.
No, actually she's going to use 2 legendary points right now.
Alright.
And she's going to use a touch of frost on Saerus.
On Saerus.
That's serious. Yeah, you.
That's
That is
I'm
a
getting scared you're pointing this way.
1d6 to hit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure, that is.
Alright.
She frosted your fire.
Finally hits now.
Oh, does that mean you feel
Your
cool
your
for the
shield
first
still stays
time?
until
Yeah, but it's 26.
Ow!
I don't have a
Burn.
bard in the party. We could have a song of ice and fire.
I wasn't meaning like that. I said
He's
you feel
too hot.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Do the fire
13
flames.
points of cold damage,
Oh.
and you cannot take reactions until the end of your next turn.
I mean, I already used my reaction.
Lena just hit
Well,
boomer.
you have one more round of
I
your
did
reaction.
not.
13?
13 cold damage, yes. And she kind of just grabs her hand and frost starts like kind of sinking into your skin and all around you. But yeah, alright, cool. That is a legendary action. Saerus, your turn. What we do?
I will.
Oh,
'Cause
you
that
guys
was-
were concentrating on 2 spells. Mark up 2 rounds.
Because Carver said that
What?
thing to Crosshatch out
Concentration lasts for either 10
And then
minutes or an hour.
You already
Your
talked
spells
to
mark
me
up
about
that
one
you're concentrating
message.
for 2 more rounds. So you should be 3
Oh,
rounds
okay,
of
I see.
concentration.
I
That one's saying we
Yeah, it
all.
was on
So you're
Discord.
saying, yeah,
So
gotcha.
you got 3 rounds of
And
concentration.
then you go.
Alright, I got a counter.
with the light. So I'm
And now it's
gonna do my attack.
I think
Man, we're
it's
still level
your,
4, so 1 attack.
Sorry.
thing.
I can communicate.
Roll me to
yeah.
hit.
This fucking
Oh, I also have Bamulat out.
Yes, you do.
It's a
Binary
dimension
attack
binary
with the
definitely
mirror.
doesn't exist yet.
The mirror itself,
Uh-huh.
the mirror is all the way over here.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought that was a mirror right next to it.
No, sorry,
It's
that's
right here.
Morse code's
Yeah.
nautical.
this is the crystal. The mirror is over here across.
Oh, okay.
I thought
I
Morse
wasn't
code was
paying
used in like
paying
sailing
attention to
times.
it.
They did the
Okay.
lanterns.
I thought it was that. I thought
Or
that
am
was
I
the mirror.
dumb? When was Morse code invented? I'm sitting over here getting into science and our magic.
All right, so Jeremiah, what are we doing?
Yeah, we'll walk that way.
Before the
You're gonna walk.
40s.
Might provoke an A out. Are you okay with it? All right. She will definitely take the A out.
Blackbeard just doo doo doo.
It's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Where else is
Still
everyone?
23?
Yeah, so it misses. Walk over to the mirror. Sure, you're right. You're on his square.
Shit.
Yeah. And
Okay,
then I
never mind,
rolled
that's out.
Next time we play, see if things don't have to have Morse code threats.
What's my pluses? That is a 20 something. 27. Oh,
Yeah, it hits. Roll me damage.
24.
Roll me damage. It does have a threshold, so we'll have to beat that threshold before we do damage.
Oh.
Which it might do with the. I mean, it might not. You could roll ones.
I mean, he's only got like 12 d6.
Oh.
And a d8.
Yes.
17, 17,
24.
24 shatters completely.
Wait, the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And completely breaks apart.
Oh, and there goes one.
Yeah. As
Uh,
as she does, not that you can see, so I won't describe it. All right.
Okay, fine.
and then I'm huffing and puffing.
Okay.
I will end my turn.
She she's going to.
Oh, actually,
yes?
can I use my bonus action?
Yeah.
2 second one.
Yes, you can.
That's
All
it.
right.
I will just.
Roll your d10.
Oh man. Oh, that's a 1. That's good. That's 5. That's
5 is
good.
good. All right. Saerus going to Carver. Carver, what do we do?
We blast wildly into the fog.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you rolling with disadvantage because you know where she was, but you don't know where she be now.
Yeah.
Oh, I looked into the fog and said that.
Yeah, whose fault is that?
It's a
It's a darkness.
Yeah, it's a bubble of pure black.
Oh.
Just it's darkness, the spell, not fog.
You just looked into the fog. But
I said into the
yeah, you looked into the void and said it.
18 is a disadvantage.
Yes.
Whoa.
The void is
Do that.
screens.
Roll me damage.
Uh, 10.
10 points of damage up. Okay, as you know, you hit something. You're not sure what. As she definitely got hit that Tenau can see, but she's in a global darkness, so she's not really making any big notion of it. All right, with that, Everlee, what do we do? And then Lena, you're on deck. What do we do?
Okay. So a lot has happened.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
I'm scared. Yeah. All I did so far is just grab Lena's hand, which seems right. So, I would like to.
Rage.
Yes.
Bonus
action.
Everybody will take 1 level of barbarian.
I'm gonna rogue strike now. I'm a sense.
Hey man,
Is there something I'm asking you?
once we hit level 6, I'm a better rogue than a rogue.
So what we got?
I would like to look at Lena, who I'm assuming is still next to me.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay, a lot of hoopla. Are we
I have
covered in
not-
glass now? I don't know.
No, you're fine. Saerus is covered in ice though.
That's fun.
It's
It's fun.
slowly melting.
It's slowly
not
melting,
too
but
hot.
it's, yeah.
Does he look like a snowman right now?
Give him a couple.
Frosty?
Give him a couple hours.
Oh, he's gonna be blue and attacking us. That's the curse.
Yeah, but he's gonna be a disco
Disco.
ball. Like,
So we got.
And so I'm gonna look at Lena and I want to say,
Oh, if I
is this the right thing to do? And just, I don't know if you're gonna be able to answer. I'm assuming you won't.
You
so.
can take your reaction
Take a
chance.
reaction.
Because this is
Or you
very,
can-
this is
I was
very
like, or you can
conflicting.
answer
Like we
yours.
were just, from my understanding, we were just prepared to like sacrifice ourselves on the altar of this amazing God that I've worshipped my whole life, and now it's like, what's happening?
y'all's god sucks.
I mean, who's nah?
I mean,
that,
to be fair, I've already told y'all that.
Yeah, you have.
I've told y'all that
I know.
multiple
This is
times.
why Lena
I'm
doesn't
not
like
saying
you.
anything for
you
your
came
god.
in with a boot, so why wouldn't you feel that way, right?
There's just proof now that y'all's god is awful.
They worship Hera, not this owl.
I mean,
Yeah,
I may
this
have
is not our
words for your
Terra.
god.
We ended up having to fight.
Did you? So how are you alive? Did you run away?
Oriel was crystallized.
One moment, and you see books being moved around, and he kind of goes to a shelf, and you just see like the back of his hand as he's moving through different things and putting a book down, kind of just flipping through the pages. You literally put a god to sleep, and you unleash spring. There was a theory that Terra was actually 4 beings into one.
I murdered your god.
A quarter.
So, Winter was keeping Spring hostage.
That makes sense.
That does. Now we know why it was cold for so long. I really thought it was a groundhog. It kind of turns behind and you see an owl scratching itself. Shrugs and turns away. So what's next on the agenda?
Party leader.
There was a mirror.
Yes.
Can I hear him talking? Like sitting on the first floor, but not.
I would say that you guys can. If you want to pay attention and listen, you can listen to his voice, but you don't hear what Merlin's saying.
Okay. When I hear there's a mirror, I'm just gonna hold up my.
I'll just plug in the speaker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Listen to it too.
It's just regular mirror now. It's not infinity mirror, but I'm just gonna.
As soon as Lena sees that, she's gonna be like, "Did you take that across?" Okay, I
have
hope
that
that's a
passed
good
out of
idea.
character. Did I recognize all three figures in the mirror?
No. Just the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though he's seen.
He does not know who that is. Yeah.
It is no longer functional.
I don't know what the context of this mirror is. Did you break a mirror? It's bad luck, you know.
Somebody contacted me through it.
Through the mirror. Who contacted you?
My mother.
Dun dun dun.
What did she say?
She was instructing me to end the confrontation, but she seemed to want to offer me hospice and appeared to be working contrary to the schemes of the other two.
There. You see, he keeps flipping in the books, so then you get the correct names and opening the tab. There's kind of flips and flips and flips and flips. Do you know what strings of faith are?
No.
From this other form of magic, it seems the Danes seem to have a set foresight into things. The Chroma Arctera is how they're known. It's always three. It's always pairs of three. But they seem to bring out these strings and are able to see more than they should, hear more than they should. If your mother is one of them, which explains the triplets, I thought it was a very, very one in a trillion coincidence that they would have your exact face. It won't be long before the others are aware of her plans and why. If she seeks to protect you, I would grant that. And I would accept the aid. But I would also fear that there will be retaliation from the other two. Do you know where your mother is at the moment?
I have no idea.
When was the last time you saw your mother?
A over a decade ago.
Did she, by any chance, did you kind of puts his hand on his face, did you like grow up in a cave or inside of a tree or maybe at the bottom of the water or something weird like that?
Not that I can remember.
Oh boy, we both.
Do you know where their house was? Can you recall part of the regions of Camelot that would be in?
I mean, it was the city of Camelot. The outskirts, but the city of Camelot.
So one of the nearby villages.
Yes.
I would look there if you are searching for her. I would also be very careful. As to 2 is greater than 1. For as much aid as she might be wanting to help you in, and maybe she is being motherly. I don't think it would take long for the other 2 to figure out what her plot is. Maybe it's all a trick as well. I would proceed with extreme caution, whichever your decision is to do. And you hear a mumble, but you're not quite sure what it is. No, he is not the leader. Artemis seems to think that you're making all the decisions for everybody. So what are you? I'm not asking you specifically right now, I'm just kind of generalizing to the group. But I don't see anybody other than just you in a mist of my room.
I don't know if it's important, but I think I remember Carver saying he grew up in Hagville.
Oh, Hagton. Yeah,
Hagton, right outside of Camelot.
Neighboring village to Haggisfield.
Nothing weird about Hagville.
Yeah, the only food I ate there was haggis.
Yeah, exactly.
Whole lot of sheep stock.
As you see that he's looking at you, kind of just oddly, just waiting. Is there anything else?
I guess we'll talk again when we know where we're going.
I would greatly appreciate it, and I hope you are treating my vacation spot with care.
No one's taking dives off the roof yet.
Oh.
As you say that, Tenau's gonna come walking in the front door because he can jump off the roof whenever he wants.
As the front door opens.
And I will undunk myself.
Okay, as you do that, it almost feels like you're like slight pressure is kind of moving around you, and then when you undunk yourself, you are not wet at all. You're back with everybody.
So what happened?
Yeah, I'm gonna share the
And then
entire
we-
encounter pretty much.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask, did he say if he received the hat that I ordered?
It said prime shipping on it.
Oh lord.
I will say you did see a hat on him.
Was it a tricorn?
Mm-hmm.
That was a gift for exploring the ocean. Hat! Ocean!
He'll draw a picture of the tricorn.
Okay.
To show across.
I wonder if we can take items through the...
I'll shove my face in the well.
Alright. Yeah! Hello.
Wait,
Nothing I haven't seen before.
Oh no.
you mentioned the mirror, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
Is
you
there
mention
a
it.
way for us to get the hat I ordered?
Is there? Yes. Can I do it at the current moment? And can you receive it at the current moment? Are 2 different questions, so no.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna shove my piece of mirror.
The experiment will be sad.
Oh. Alright.
The experiment.
You were saying anything?
I wouldn't know what he said, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Cross is just going to walk over.
We
and-
heard what he said.
Yeah, so you heard him say the experiment will be sad.
No.
You do hear what Tenau is saying.
I'm holding the piece of mirror over the fountain, and then I just.
Instead of
okay.
instead of drawing a tricorn, I'm gonna minor illusion one, because then you can see what it would look like in 3D.
Oh,
Since I've seen the hat now,
Yeah.
I can show you what the hat looks like.
Arr.
I would ask Carver. There was talk of your mother. Like we heard your side of the conversation.
Well, he said he explained everything.
Oh, yeah.
I explain a lot
Okay.
when I explain what
Okay.
happened.
And then he told us about growing up in Hagton.
Yeah, that's
Hagville.
Hagville.
Hagopolis.
Oh, there we go.
New Hag City.
So, okay, so then my question would be, does Merlin have a place he wants us to go next? Or are we supposed to just tell him where we're going?
He didn't have any specific goals, so I think it would be best to investigate what happened in the mirror. So,
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, whatever that alignment was, seems like it's gonna be shaky now.
The master did say you're the leader.
Also,
Because
the
Artemis
spring
is the
guy.
master.
Yeah, he's the one I swore a
course.
pledge of loyalty to.
But what about the spring guy? That looks fun. I wanna go see the spring that we saw springing.
Well, technically they saw a creature springing.
Did they not tell us? Oh, I don't know what I'm talking
Is that
about.
a form I've seen before?
They're keeping it a secret.
Apparently.
Technically,
Like, even for-
no. Technically, within the celestial plane / Feywild, if you ever cross paths with Terra, it'd be Terra's solid full state.
Yeah, I've heard stories though.
Yes.
Great.
Slightly less of a dick than the other one.
Is there flowers outside where we are?
Yeah. It both seems they're very small flowers, but it's like it's too cold for them to be blooming. Yeah, but there's a couple that are just like, well, it's fully bloomed. Like that's weird
Is
as fuck.
there any kind of pot in here
A pot?
in the tower?
No. The tower's completely empty other than the only thing that's been left there is the fountain.
Merlin's straight edge.
Wow, we have to furnish it.
I think
You
I
do.
have some
But once
in
you furnish
my-
it, it stays there
What
forever.
about
Are you making
what about
tea?
my pots
You have pots? Yeah.
from my item as an adventurer?
You definitely have a pot, yeah.
Then I will grab the little small pot and I will go outside and try to dig this flower.
Oh, do we have
Yeah, they could put it in the pot, yeah. 100%. It's there.
We have plants in the tower.
Do we have any cooking ingredients?
I mean, we have cooking stuff, not ingredients, but now there's a flower on it.
What if the tower considers that a living thing?
Yeah.
I'll just point out that, while you were in the pensive or whatever you want to call it, the fountain.
Technically, you're not wrong.
I know.
Sort of a pensive.
But when you were in there, Cross showed us he has a piece of the mirror.
Token.
His token.
Got a pet.
I'm gonna detect magic on the mirror because
That's in my
There is
bag.
no.
I mean you're showing it to us.
It's not right now.
Oh,
I'm sitting in the corner
You
of the
could
room
have
with my
detected
book.
magic when it was out if you wanted to.
sure.
There's no magic within the mirror.
Okay.
You see the whale lights up
In my
and every specific magic item everyone has,
face.
but nothing within there.
Yeah.
Never teach me that phrase.
Yeah.
I
Never
will
teach me
say
the word
also,
out.
before I forget, because you did defeat a god,
Decent
everyone
Slipknot
gets an inspiration point.
Yay.
Ooh.
So
Fuck yeah, 2 in one session?
Yeah, exactly. So you can only have one inspiration point at a time.
You never know if they're
yeah.
I
actually
usually just
really
put a little
good
sun.
and joking.
It's
You
good that I spent
an
mine
inspiration
on-
point is you can slightly fudge a decision.
Yeah, yeah.
D20, like you can grant yourself advantage. You can tell me what the die was. So like I
Lamau
auto got a
auto
D20. You cannot auto kill something. You can confirm a critical with it if you want. You can use it as a death save. That's totally fine. You got a nat 20. Yeah.
Can you
If-
poison yourself with it?
No. If
Can
you
you unexhaust
5 more
yourself?
no.
Can I unexhaust myself?
No, you cannot. It has to be pretty much a die roll. That
Yeah.
You guarantee a success at the thing that you're trying to do.
If two of us use them, can we unexhaust him?
Depends on how you do it.
I forget. What was your ruling on using inspiration
We're
points
gonna
on
do
death
it in
saves?
tag
Yes,
team
you can.
way
It's a save.
possible.
It's a roll. You're guaranteed a success. Death
Massages
save
and-
guarantees the
So
sorry.
guaranteed I
Inspiration
stand up with 1 health
guarantees
point.
the success. Yes.
Got it.
So if that's a very good use of it.
Yeah.
If you do die and you never use your inspiration point, you can use your inspiration point to hog the stage a light, and you tell me what's happening.
I saw the light and I said,
If you're dying and you have
Shove
an
it.
inspiration point, can you use it to say, I don't want to roll, I'm moving on?
Yeah, you can do that.
Wow.
So,
Just wanted third character.
No, that was legitimately a question.
remember, if you guys ever get to the point
I'm
of
an ever
true
guy.
resurrection, the spell will fail if the host does not want to enter the body.
The spell will fail automatically. Resurrection doesn't exist in this universe, or are you retconning that?
I never said it doesn't exist in this universe.
Also, we're
You
living
did
in the,
last campaign.
we're living
Yeah,
in
that
the,
campaign.
In that
yeah.
campaign, it's
we're living
Yeah.
in the time of the gods walking the earth.
Fair. Okay.
Things
Yeah.
change.
Yes, that campaign it didn't because if you notice, there's only one of the 5 that are alive.
Fair.
And now there's a lot, technically 3. So, what do we do, guys? What do y'all want to do?
I'm just writing in my book in the corner.
Okay. I guess a general. What do you guys want to
I'm
do?
gonna go, because Crosshatch is writing book in the corner. I'm gonna go tap him on the head. Are you,
I'm like,
So-
or are you standing up?
when I'm fully standing, I'm still 7'2". So like,
you're taller
even
than
me
me.
sitting down, I'm probably like,
If
What,
you're sitting
shoulder
down,
height?
I can go like that. I can
Yeah.
touch your head.
I don't
If
know,
you're standing
still
up,
sitting down, you're still a couple inches shorter than Trent.
so yeah, you pat me on the head and I just look up and I kind of hide what I'm writing in
and
the
then I'm
book a
gonna
little.
go nudge to go upstairs. Don't go like that.
Okay.
Alright, you guys go upstairs.
I'll stow the book.
And then is anybody upstairs?
I don't know, is anyone upstairs?
What's
I'm
their
looking
level?
at someone.
I'm on the
There's
roof.
on the very, yeah, on the roof.
Yeah, y'all know that.
There's a
Like
second
anywhere we've
floor.
been, I've been hanging out on the roof. That's
Ah,
I perch and I wait.
Give up, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Oh no.
it's over.
Sing, Indy.
Whatever.
Sure, mine's like, fucking sick.
Yes, you're right.
I'm just looking at you
I'm gonna look
expectantly and just looking around the second
To
floor.
now, is there a way you can give us a little privacy if you?
He's on the roof.
He's on the roof.
We are on the roof.
Oh, you are? Okay, apologies.
We
I thought you were on the third
first
floor.
floor.
Sorry.
You said
Yeah.
go upstairs. I didn't know you meant the roof.
No, I'm gonna keep going. I'm
Okay.
taking the roof.
So I'm being a lightning rod right now, but
Yeah,
okay,
y'all
sure.
can be on any of the other floors.
I wanted the roof. To talk.
Okay, I'll just walk off the edge I was here, and then walk back in the front door again.
I'm going to scream turn now, and then look
And
down
then
and realize
like
his feather falling.
Yeah.
Oh.
But in Sylvan,
Oh, nice.
because I did learn that one. All
Alright,
right.
actually, instead of stepping, I'm gonna quick pivot to face them, and then kind of,
You're gonna dress
Alright then.
Breaking my heart all over. I don't have that much of a
inside,
bond to you yet, but
You
that's
see
fine.
Tenau falling through the windows.
Yeah, is Featherfall a key point to use?
yeah.
No. Slowfall's just a thing.
Oh, slow fall. Okay, yeah. So you see that he kind of grabs onto a stone and then just grabs onto. It's not the actual spell slow fall.
Okay.
It's he's
Wonderful.
moving down very very gracefully though, and just
Yeah, I'm hopscotching down the
Parkour.
tower.
You're parkouring.
yeah.
No, so
Yeah, it's like what parkour really wants to do
Yeah.
eventually. Yeah.
Parkour's more planned out. It's more like Jack Sparrow looking my way down the side of a building.
There we go. There you go.
Okay, that's fair.
So you guys are at the roof. Apologies. I thought
I'm gonna grab the note that Crosshatch gave me, and I was like, "What does this mean? What is this supposed to mean?" That's what I want to ask.
Because I don't know if I have the words to actually speak this. Because I still have the book in one hand and the quill and fucking ink in the other. I'm gonna sit down again, flip to a new page. There it goes. Goodbye. And I am going to write. I'm just gonna start using the back of the notebook for quick notes. I need to fucking.
Can I also roll history who the lady of the field is?
have you already rolled for that?
I'm actually not sure.
Sure, you roll.
If I did, I'm not sure.
Here, I thought he was.
Well, I guess I
coming.
did. I guess I did, and I didn't know. Is it two?
Yeah, you have no idea who the lady
This is also kind of on flavor because I am actually just ripping pages out of this book of indescribable number of pages. And
I thought you were coming up to the roof to ask me about the sigil I flashed.
So you said that the ice wall is still around us, so we're just in the tower while we're waiting.
You guys probably would have walked down to a safe area of the mountain and then put up the tower. But you do see the ice walls far off into the distance above you. Yeah.
But around us is spring now.
Not full spring.
But
It looks like
some-
spring's starting to grow, and it's not like it happened overnight. It's nature is doing what nature does slowly. Yes, but there are some odd, almost footprint-like steps scattered in huge distances, where there seems to be like a pocket of grass is growing through the snow.
Okay.
Show off. Yeah. Also, she probably would not use grass because grass is ugly.
Grass. Grass.
Grass is ugly.
What about moss?
Moss and other little
No,
I
critters.
love moss.
do I have a map?
So
I don't know, it wasn't
Everlee
me.
would be
Okay.
really excited to see all
I
the
have a
growth
map.
and would definitely want to be.
Okay.
Alright.
Cyrus is the
Okay. So you're just like hanging out with the
Yeah,
plants.
not too far, like within
I
visual
pass this to
range
you
of
on the roof
tower,
and then just tilt
a
my
location
head
spot,
while I
but
wait to
definitely
see
wouldn't be
how you
outside.
react
Yeah.
to it.
It's still cold and it's still winter, but it doesn't feel heavy anymore.
That's my happy place. That's where I'm going.
All right, you're in your happy
Please tell
place.
me you can read my handwriting, because otherwise
Yeah.
it's going to get real awkward.
That
So-
was Cyrus's reaction. It was. So what said
Are you
here?
not
It
sitting
says,
inside?
"Lady of the field." Like, I'm gonna say it across. Lady of the field.
I can say it in
Lady
character
of
if you'd
the
like.
field. Mark to you. I didn't expect that. I asked if I could speak on her behalf. The book. She chose you. I still don't know. I don't know who the lady of the field is. So I don't know.
You're going to see me do something I've seen a COD do more than once, and then I'm just going to pull the leather to the side again and point to the sigil that's etched into my chest plate. I can get it mocked up at some point if you would like, but... No, you can keep that. That's yours. I've got more pages.
Then
How long would it take me to climb up the outside of the tower?
Oh my god.
How long?
Messy with the-
I saw you slow falling.
I mean, like, probably 30 seconds to a minute.
Yet what?
So what do you guys?
It's basically that. So I was asking, what does the lady of the field means, and what is it?
I'm gonna show him what I was writing in the book.
Okay.
Because I believe I messaged it to you on Discord. No, I did not. Not the newest one. So I'm just gonna tell you what I wrote in the book. And Jesus, because you're catching this fast. I killed a god in your name. So what is your name? Question mark is written on the page in very, very poor, almost kindergartner scrawl.
So
You don't have to answer now, but like
You would get a response.
So your normal handwriting then.
yeah, facts. I'm left-handed. We're not known for being very good handwriters.
I'm not known for very good handwriting.
Facts.
And I'm right-handed.
Maybe you're wrong-handed.
Wait, I'm literally looking through my notes.
How about spell-handed?
Oh god, how many pages did I just jump?
Like a couple of like.
Yes. But I point that at you and I'm like this, like, do I have the words for this? I might. I have the word this. This is what I like every time I bumblebee something, I am glitching trying to force a phrase. Was asking her.
So, you see, both of you guys will hear a raven's crow. Sorry, and almost sounds like feathers flapping. As on your book, you read. Both of you can read it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Some called me abhorrent, but my name is Tar-Da. T-A-R dash Da. D-A.
Oh, so like when you do something impressive.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
You said some called me abhorrent, like the.
Some called me what?
Abhorrent.
What?
Abhorrent. Like.
It's like abomination.
How can you hate
like,
tonight?
like
We're all polytheists.
Yeah. Like, yeah. An abomination, disgusting. So.
Lena hates Tenau. I don't hate you.
Okay, what was the second
Everyone
line?
else.
Some call me abhorrent.
But my name is Tar-Da.
He's the best.
Tar-Da. It's Tar-Da, but I will say Tar-Da because I keep wanting to say
I
Tar-Da.
really thought you were just gonna say.
T-A-R dash D-A.
But the A's got the dots.
Oh, that actually
Sure.
does make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sure.
Well, it'd be like Welsh-ish.
No, yeah, like
So, yeah.
that is also like Germanic-ish.
Yeah.
The A-E sound. Tear da.
Jesus, never gonna
Oh,
turn around and
it would
desert
be the
you.
combo A.
Yeah, which is the umlaut A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the
Lee,
A sound.
it's been a bit, but I do need you to go.
And
I feel.
Cyrus,
I'm not gonna
as you
ruin
see the
this,
words
never
like
mind.
appear on this page out of nowhere, and I realize that it's talking back to me, you just see this look of pure elation on my face.
Can I have this map?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Like I've never seen it fucking do that.
Okay, cool.
Rest is your face.
I wanted to ask a question.
And then I'm just gonna
I know
point
we're
to it.
inside,
Yeah.
and I know that it was supposed to, I guess, tear. But did we hear a crow call or anything? We did?
No, you guys did not.
I don't have much in the way of subtlety, Lee.
Okay.
So what do you guys do is you guys are at the top. And just so you know, Trent, I did get your message and thank you.
Okay.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
inside.
We probably need to ask
Waiting.
Marlene about this.
I'm got the spear. Point side balanced here.
Back.
And just
I don't have get.
Alright. I'll say that Carver can see you doing that, and the team says is outside also watching you do that. One more time, what were you guys doing? Sorry.
I'm just rolling my eyes.
He said we should probably ask Merlin when we get back.
Okay.
I'm just so
Was
jealous.
yeah, anything else?
So stupid.
I mean, yeah, we could ask Merlin now, but I don't know. That's what he said. I don't know. I'm just the messenger.
Sure. Do
Messenger.
you guys go downstairs to ask Merlin?
How far into the well can I climb?
Huh?
How far into the well can I climb?
Oh, Lord.
Only your face will move it.
Before you,
You've GM'd for me in a thing that had a well before.
I'm gonna ask to see the map.
I'll
Oh,
show
yeah.
you the map and then go to the thing.
Here's the map.
I'll lend you the map, and then I'll go to the fountain and ask
Sure.
Merlin about that.
And I'm going
Maybe
to.
the fields in Terra.
Are you still on?
look, it's hagged.
Is it really?
No.
I'm gonna point to a spot between Camelot and the Darkling Woods.
Okay. You see within the deep forest and slight like hillside, not necessarily mountains, but there's stone and forest and some like roads that kind of cut through for the town.
Looking at that, how long is it to estimate?
You do have cartographer's skills, right? Roll me cartographer's skills. So D20 plus proficiency and wisdom.
I tried 1.
Oh shit.
Yikes.
What's the total?
Wisdom 0.
Plus
Plus proficiency 3.
You're looking at it, you don't like those woods. 10 days. Easy. Those woods are
I'm
dangerous.
gonna hand this to you to keep, but I'm
That's
going
where
to
I
write
wanna
it.
I
go.
wrote it down here too.
I was gonna write it on my
Dope-ass
character sheet,
labyrinth?
That's like major shit.
You were in a dope ass.
Yeah, there's a dope-ass
I
labyrinth.
keep writing it
Yeah,
on
there's
the
a
page
dope-ass labyrinth.
after like what my current phrases are at.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you can go anywhere on this map. There are
It's
notes.
my phrases. Fuck it.
Yes.
Lena, Jess, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Everybody.
perfect.
Did you say that? Where are you currently? Were you outside still?
No, inside, but you guys can see what he
Okay,
was
I'm on
doing
the
from
first
the
floor.
window.
Okay. Okay. I was just curious.
So you go downstairs. You put your head through the fountain, and you do see.
Is he naked now?
No, he's not. But he does not have a shirt on. He just has
I want to see him naked.
Who wouldn't want to see Merlin?
his robe is completely exposed as he's kindly just spinning. And he's like moving his hands as the chair that he's on is on one of the legs, and it's almost like he's making it spin. As he's doing that, he's just grabbing something. It pretty much looks alcoholic as he's drinking it and just spinning, drinking and spinning. He does not notice that you're watching.
I'm gonna tell him it's too early to drink.
Does anybody in your group know how to knock?
No.
How do you knock?
How do you
There's
knock on
water.
water?
There's water in here. You never told us to knock. You just told us to
I just
put our
wanted to
head.
be polite. Okay.
You told
You
us
could-
to put our head in.
Yes, you can kindly knock.
I will take my head off and go in
On the water?
Yeah, you all hear it, but from the water. Like it sounds like you're hitting like wood.
Merlin's beard.
It's very thin. It's not. Thank you, Adamus. Not that he heard you at all, but that's what he would say because he can't hear you because it's to do the fountain. Yes, how can I help you, Saerus?
Oh no, I didn't know if I didn't put my head yet because I was waiting for an answer on the door.
Yeah.
How would you?
Yes. You,
You didn't see a figure come up.
you do see ripples, and then like a couple seconds later, more ripples, and a couple seconds later, more ripples. And once you put your head there, he's just face palming. The ripples are a sign that you may put your.
It's
You didn't
Hi.
tell us. You didn't give us instructions.
there's ripples,
You-
answering machine.
Yeah.
You gave us pictures, and that's all. So-
You're not wrong. As the really amazing wizard once said, "Yo, what is up?"
Do you know anyone by the name of Tenau?
Shut up.
I do
Terra.
not. I can give me
Maybe God.
No.
Maybe a god.
a god named Tenau. I can look
Lady of
into
the
Yeah.
Fields.
a lady. You do see that he starts writing down some notes. Again, everything you see is kind of blurry, so you don't really get like a good look at
I
a
was
lot of
thinking
details.
to some-
Huh?
Why is it so blurry?
Be- Because you're looking through water.
When I swim, I open my eyes. I see clearly.
Now that the rain's gone?
No, when the rain is gone.
Okay.
Just get out.
I will look into that, but that does not ring a bell. You all do know that there is quite a massive, and when I mean massive, I mean catastrophically massive amount of information that was burnt, lost, and just completely eradicated.
No, you didn't tell me that.
By a certain
You should know that. You shouldn't know that, because why would you know that? Because you were never taught that. Because the church is not gonna say ill things about it. So,
I'll miss the light.
I mean,
something about Sonya
the
and a certain
church is-
sphinx.
Yeah, I was gonna say all knowledge is lost.
continuity. I mean, the church
What?
does.
The proxy knowledge seekers.
Devourer of knowledge.
yeah. Whose fault is that?
Oh snap! She gonna come through the camera.
I will look into this, but I do not promise to find anything, but if I do find any information or knowledge, I will share it with you. As there's no harm in you knowing anything. And please, if anyone has any questions or anything about y'all's, he wouldn't say y'all, fucking Texan. Talking about
5th century, y'all.
y'all here now.
Y'all here now.
Y'all here now.
Yeehaw is an ancient
Merlin sitting down and sipping mint juleps.
Yeehaw is in Gaelic.
Yeah.
Speaking like Foxford,
If there's any more questions or information that any of you all need, please do not hesitate to contact me, as it is a complete tragedy, devastating that you do not know your heritage, you do not know anything of the land that is rightfully yours, you do not know anything of whom you are, because ideologies and this incredibly arrogant notion of correctness. So,
I have thoughts out loud.
sure, you can tell me those thoughts in a minute, but I will look into it.
Thanks.
Okay, bye now. You see this jersey spinning?
I'm slowly going out. And then I will go to my cartographer's tool.
Yes.
And then notice that my ink and quill and paper is. Oh wait, no, just ink and quill is missing.
Yeah, that's true.
Just my paper. Well, like Crosshatch.
Yes!
My ink and quill, please.
Next town. I don't know these fucking words. I'm just gonna write really quick on another note and just little bit of the page. I'm afraid I'm gonna piss her off if I keep ripping full pages.
He's got paper.
Next.
I have paper.
And it says next town, buy me a quill and ink.
All right.
Yeah, and then I will go to one of my pages and beautifully write "not first" before shoving face in.
And you're just gonna put it on the.
And then I'm gonna put it on the wall and grab one of my daggers and go fuck.
All right. It's gonna stay there for a while.
It's on the wall, not on the well.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can move. Yeah.
Is it on the wall or is it on the well?
No, on the wall. So
Oh,
not
okay.
on the water first
Yeah.
before shoving your face in it.
Okay.
I will say that because of a time, I think this is a nice place to close tonight's session. As where officially are we going? What is the plan?
I believe Hagton.
We're going. Is that agreed upon by
Yes.
everyone?
No, we're going to that. Yeah, to that
To Hector.
forest that he
Okay.
pointed out.
So as we move
10
there-
days.
And
Very
10 days.
confidently.
Very confidently 10 days. I will say that
At the corner of Hagton Abbey Drive and
Mayor is Abigail Williams. So,
Nice.
as you guys will move there, unfortunately, be a little bit lost because the very well detailed map that you have is you're pretty sure that Saerus doesn't have no idea where he's going,
Nope.
but it's going to add a little bit of extra time for the sake of expediency. You know, also that you guys will be able to pass through a town. If there's anything that you guys wish to buy within the player's handbook, you will be able to purchase.
How many days did we go?
Roll survival. And since you got an out one disadvantage on it,
What?
Oh my god!
Why do you roll? Okay.
because he's a cartographer, he's the map person.
15.
15? Fine.
I had a natural.
You will
20.
only be delayed 2 days, so it will take you 6 to get there.
To the town that we
Yes,
were
to
in?
the town that you guys are gonna.
Okay, I was just.
So we'll start
Because
before you get
mine's-
to the town,
okay.
but yes. But if there's anything that you guys want to, you guys get a full rest. I will give you guys XP in a minute. If there's anything that you wish to purposely buy within a town, you will be able to.
Was
You
it?
will
I didn't
pass
get
a couple
full
of towns.
rest.
And I assume you guys are making your way around Camelot and into the woods, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not poisoned anymore.
You're not poisoned?
We don't have to go around Camelot because we were in mountains over here.
Oh yeah, you guys can
And
just
we're
cross
going-
section
yeah,
to the
we're
woods.
going
Yeah,
northeast.
yeah. Alright, so if you guys wish to purchase something, you do have to make your way slightly towards the outskirts of Camelot, which will be within the 6 days. If you guys do not want to purchase anything, you can be there as early as 4 days. Up to you.
I mean, we just got a lot of gold. Shopping
Yep.
spree is shopping spree.
Yeah.
You guys have gold.
Not a lot.
No. You have more than one piece of gold. You have what some people spend their entire year's worth of income to acquire, this one piece of gold.
Oh yeah, we can crash economies.
Yes,
Yes!
you
You
guys
can also
found...
get
Oh,
robbed.
that's how much.
Yeah, most people will spend an entire week to make a couple of silvers. But there's a good sized population that an entire year worth of economy for them would be one piece of gold. Royalty spends gold like it's paper.
I have
so-
no concept of
Yes.
currency.
So at the moment, and because there is no magic,
I can't buy those.
you can't. People can buy things for you.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Yeah.
I can send.
If there's
my,
anything that you wish to
thing-
purchase that is mundane, kits, explorers packs, food, ration torches, etc., you may. If anything magical,
a 10-pack of quills and a 5-pack of
100% you can buy that, and we'll talk about it after the game. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you. Take care of yourselves. Go get vaccinated.
Be kind.
Wear a fucking mask.
Be
Be a fucking mask. No,
Be a
wear
mask.
Be a mask. Be the mask.
Be the mask you want to see in the
Be a Loki variant.
let
The
people
mask.
know.
I want to be the alligator. I want to be the alligator.
Somebody
The alligator
stop
is
me.
real. So, we'll see you guys next time. Adios. Bye, everybody.